Strus, Max, three, got it! Mitchell spins, shoots, banks it in! That may be the dagger!
Surprise Mobley!
Perfect pass!
Oh my! Showtime here in downtown Cleveland!
It's kind of at a point now where it's just time to go get it. And I think for us, not really worried about where we're seated, where we're slated.
You shared with us what it was like to come in as an opponent. Can you now share that with our friends at home?
It is absolutely electrifying.
118-113. The Cavs upend the Milwaukee Bucks in the home opener at Rocket Arena.
When you hear that crowd, it's insane.
Donovan Mitchell put on a show. He led the Cavaliers with 46 points.
It just felt right watching the Cavs in those uniforms.
To the corner, Tyson. You bet! 39 for Jalen Tyson.
This ain't just the appetizer. He's been giving us a full course meal of who he is.
A 40-point masterpiece for Jared Allen tonight.
It was surreal. He just completely dominated the match.
Cavs are trading DeAndre Hunter to the Kings for Dennis Schroeder and Keon Ellis.
Top news of this evening, Harden is heading to Cleveland.
This is arguably the most prolific offensive backcourt in the NBA right now.
James Harden on the run. Harden alley-oop. Oh, my!
We're not here to figure out like who's bigger, better, whatever. This is like, how are we going to win?
And out front, Harden, three, bullseye!
7 straight consecutive wins for the Cavs.
We are witnessing a whole different energy. This has rejuvenated Cleveland.
9 threes for Sam Merrill.
Tyson draws contact, stuffed it with the right hand.
Mobley, what a finish. Hey, knocks it down. Welcome back to Max Strus.
I just believe this is a championship caliber team.
They have the weapons that you need to win. They have a difference-making superstar player. It's all sitting there on the plate.
Organizations win championships, right? It's everybody. It's not about who can score 20 points this game. It's about who's going to defend, who's going to rebound, who's going to do the dirty work.
I think we have a shot here. This isn't going to be easy, but definitely see an opportunity.
You got to be willing to be part of something bigger than yourself when it comes to the playoffs.
Welcome to the NBA playoffs here in Cleveland. They will let them know. This is game 1 of a best-of-7, the 4th all-time meeting between Cleveland and Toronto in the postseason.
Evan into the paint, rolling. Pow!
Spider's done something nobody else has ever done.
He's got 9 straight game 1s beginning playoff series with at least 30 points.
I think the crowd helped us a lot, and Cleveland has the best stands in the league.
That is pillow soft touch for James Harden.
Cleveland authored this win, but it was no mystery novel. 30 from Donovan Mitchell, 28 from James Harden, 25 from Evan Mobley. The series goes north now to Toronto for games 3 and 4.
Barrett inside. Counted. The Raptors are on the board. This free throw from Barnes to put this game away. He got it. This series is all tied up at 2 games apiece.
No confidence lost. They protected home court. It's really as simple as that, and we just got to go out there and do the same thing.
Big night for Dennis Schroeder. 17, including 9 in the 4th. Schroeder right in the lane. Flipped it up and in! Cavs win! They're up 3 games to 2 over Toronto.
Raptors looking to force a game 7. Down 1. Barnes on the move. Toss out. Barrett 3. Off the heel.
We got 1 game that we got to win.
We protected home court every game, so have they, and now it's our job to do the same thing.
Game 7 is underway at Rocket Arena.
An extended 18-2 run. Mitchell trying to keep it going to the basket. Timeout. Toronto on their feet in Cleveland.
Jared Allen had the game of his life. 22 and 19 rebounds.
The Cleveland Cavaliers advanced to round 2. And they are bound for America's Motor City to see the Pistons.
Coming to you from Little Caesars Arena here in Detroit, we get you set for Game 1 of the second round. Cavaliers and Pistons, John Michael and Serena Winters. Yeah, we are here in Detroit. The show is on the road. 2 emotional Game 7 victories for these teams just a couple of days ago.
Yeah, I was going to say, it feels like we just finished Game 7.
Yeah,
That's because we did just finish Game 7. But the good news is both these teams, right, Detroit and the Cavs, both went to 7, and they're both going to be fighting that here in Game 1.
Yeah, Toronto team that was a tough out. They extend the Cavaliers to Sunday. And then how about the road for the Pistons? The Pistons in Orlando in Game 6 down 24 in the second half. They roar back to stay alive. They erase a 3-1 deficit to get here to take on the Cavs.
Both of these teams going into the series with some confidence, though, right? And it's going to be a fun one here in Detroit.
It is. It's interesting, and we're going to break this down with a couple of these guys as this show rolls along. They're 2 teams. They take advantage of opponents' mistakes. They like to run. They like to force turnovers. We saw that out of the Raptors. We're going to see it again out of these Pistons in this series.
Yeah, look, they've got
secrets.
And look, Kate Cunningham is just the head of the snake.
Yeah.
He's been one of the top players in the league. Slowing him down is going to be absolutely critical to this series. The possession game, which was huge in the first series against Toronto, that's going to be huge. Kenny talking about that. Rebounding, that's going to be huge. And then also limiting, again, those live ball turnovers, John, because this is a Detroit team that finished top in the East in terms of defensive rating. We saw their defense on display, in that first round against Orlando. So it's going to be a physical one here.
Cade Cunningham looking for some help from his friends in this series. Tobias Harris was huge in Game 7. Jalen Duren had a down series for him. Look for Duren to try to bounce back. We'll keep an eye on that big man matchup. Obviously, Jared Allen was huge for the Cavaliers in Game 7. All right, to help us break it down here today, Max Strus coming up, Jalen Tyson as well. Jam-packed show to get you set for Game 1 tonight. That's straight ahead right here on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network. The road to 16 is fueled by True North Convenience Stores. True North and New Phoenix Energy are the perfect matchup. Right now, grab 2 Phoenix Energy drinks for just $5. True North stores and True Rewards. Fast, friendly, clean. By Sarah Auto Part, your buzzer beater for greater selection. Make your shot with 5 great brands and dozens of pre-owned vehicles. Visit sarahautopart.com. And by your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
The road to 16 is fueled by True North Convenience Stores. New Phoenix Energy Drinks. Natural caffeine, 0 sugar, plus hydration to keep you in the game. Grab 2 Phoenix Energy Drinks for $5 at participating True North stores. Find a location with the True Rewards app. And Toyota, your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
John and Serena back here in Detroit. We get you set for Game 1 coming up tonight. Well, a huge part of the Cavaliers' success in round number 1 was the bench, and Max Strus was sensational, particularly in Game 7. Had a huge game early in the series, was a big factor in that Game 7. Maybe a silver lining. Serena missed the first 67 with that broken foot. Wasn't easy for him, but boy, he's playing a strong brand of basketball right now.
To be honest with you, I had even forgotten for a moment that he missed the first 67 just because of the tenacity that he's playing with right now, which makes it all the more impressive. This is a guy that has all of that postseason experience, and he plays the way you want a guy to play in the playoffs. He will risk his body, he will make all those effort plays, and he will do things to get not only the crowd, but the bench, his teammates just fired up. And those moments, John, they mean so much more than a statue will even tell you.
We saw it all in the first round, and here's Max at the mic as we get you set for tonight's ballgame. Max, you're the featured guest. It's a big deal, man, on this show.
I'm honored to be here.
You should be. Big Game 1 here in Detroit. Both teams coming off emotional Game 7s. For you, what's the most difficult part about having to turn the page so quickly and get ready for these guys here tonight?
I wouldn't say anything's difficult.
Really?
Yeah, just being in the moment, understanding where you are, and having joy about being where you are. We advanced to the second round. That's a gift in itself, and we're just happy we're still playing basketball.
Speaking of joy, just a couple of seasons ago, it was 3 years ago, you and the Miami Heat go from the 8th seed all the way to the NBA Finals. What's the secret sauce, Max? I mean, what is it? You've been in this league for a while. What does it take to make a run like that?
Just good team basketball. It's playing your basketball at the best time, coming together as a team in strong moments, and how you handle adversity in and out of it. And you know, you're going to win some games, you're going to lose some games, but how you bounce back and how your team, you know, mood and chemistry affects all that. So I think we got the right pieces here, the right recipe for winning, for success, and just looking to keep getting wins and keep stacking them and keep playing basketball.
You speak about adversity, not the easiest start of the season, obviously, for you with a broken foot. You missed the first 67. Is it a silver lining thing at all that you're playing? I mean, you look great. Looks like month number 2 of the season for you right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was a tough, long year, but I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be playing. Grateful for it, and just looking to make an impact on any part of the game, defensively, offensively, just trying to do my part, trying to fit in, and like I said, just trying to keep helping the team win games.
You take out a Toronto team that I think is a lot better than most people gave them credit for in 7 games. What changes here strategy-wise? Do you take on a Piston team similar in some ways and not so similar in others?
Yeah, definitely similar in some ways. You know, the physicality, rebounding, you know, those are the 2 main things that, you know, Toronto was really good at. Defensively, they were awesome, and then just controlling the rebounding game. And it's going to be another challenge in that field, and we're ready for it, we're prepared for it, and I think Toronto set us up to know exactly what we got to do and how we got to do it.
Yeah, along those lines, what does this team need to do better offensively? We saw some stagnation among the guards trying to get into offense throughout the course of that series. Where does that need to improve
I mean,
here in Detroit?
Credit Toronto. Also, their defense was fantastic the whole series, and their guys took the challenge one-on-one. And, you know, I think it helped us. I think we saw weaknesses in our offense. I think we saw weaknesses in our games, and guys took the opportunity to get better throughout that series, and I think we're only going to be better this series because of that. So I think you saw it in Game 7. We kind of found our flow a little bit, found some offense, and had a few people spark us. Just going to keep looking for other guys to keep pushing us forward, and relying on our bench guys, relying on other guys, and then obviously relying on our stars and James and Don to keep carrying the wagon and keep pushing us along.
Before we let you go, a big part of why you've been so successful throughout your career, particularly in the playoffs, is you play with an edge. You walk on that line. It's a big reason why so many people in Cleveland love you and love you as a part of this team. How do you find that boundary without going over?
Got a little close last game. There's a fine line you can't cross. Your emotions get into it.
Right.
I mean, your competitiveness drives me. That's what it is. It's just competitive fire, and trying to do anything to win. And realized our team needed that in that moment. And but you can't let it, you know, get too high. You can't let it get too low. Just try to stay medium healed. And I'm going to keep trying my best to stay there and doing whatever I can to win. That's the main goal.
Max Struz, a huge reason why we're here in round number 2, Max.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for sitting down and joining us.
Thank you very much.
More right after this on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network.
The road to 16 is fueled by True North convenience stores. New Phoenix energy drinks. Natural caffeine, 0 sugar, plus hydration to keep you in the game. Grab 2 Phoenix energy drinks for $5 at participating True North stores. Find a location with the True Rewards app. And Toyota, your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
All right, we're back here on the road to 16. We're getting you set for Game 1. We are joined by a huge part of the Cavalier victory in round 1. It is Jalen Tyson. Jalen, you and your buddies coming off that Cavalier bench were terrific down the stretch in that series. What was the key for you guys? What really turned that series in terms of bringing it home?
Yeah, I think it was the energy, coming out with energy. We needed something, obviously, going into the half. It was a close game. Actually, it was a 10-point game. Was it?
It was a 10-point deficit at one point in the first half of Game 7 you're talking about, right?
And then we went into the half tied.
Right.
Yep.
11-2 run to close the second quarter.
Outside of that, we had a couple conversations in the locker room. Obviously, Jay had said something, which is very rare. So when he said something, we all just kind of led behind him. And we knew from the bench that we got to bring it. We believe that we have one of the best benches in the league. We have the most depth in the league. So we had to bring it, and I feel like we brought it, and we fed off everybody, and everybody fed off our energy.
We're going to touch more about that Toronto series in a moment as we get set to transition into this one tonight. But speaking of transition, emotional series. You're done just 2 days ago. Now you have to flip it over, get ready for these guys. What's the most difficult part for you to be able to do that in this being your first postseason run in terms of getting these big, meaningful minutes?
You know, obviously you would always want more time to prepare for a team this caliber, right? But they had the same turnaround we had.
Right.
They played an hour before us. So it's the same thing. We got to be prepared, and I feel like we had to win the recovery battle. And then we played these guys so many times now. Like, we know who they are.
Right.
They know who we are, right? But it's whoever's going to throw the first punch tonight.
So then what is stylistically the biggest difference that you see Toronto, obviously, in that first series, and now as you prepare for Detroit?
Yeah, they got a lot of similarities. I mean, obviously, Detroit has an all-NBA player, really, really good player. You got an all-NBA big, too, right? They have really good players. They got an all-NBA defensive team player. They got a lot of really good pieces. So there's a lot of good comparisons. They got bigger wings, physical team. But we just got to come out with that same mentality that we had in Game 7, and we'll be all right.
Cade Cunningham, obviously head of the snake, and you're going to see some time guarding him. What is your defensive mindset, knowing that you gotta put bodies on him, you gotta hit him?
Yeah, I mean, my team's gonna trust me to be able to guard him, right? That's the head of the snake, like you said. I just want to show up for my team and help this team win. And we understand you cut the head of the snake off, what happens when you do that. So I'm not saying we're gonna cut him off because he's a really good player, but we're going to try to snip at it, just keep snipping at it.
Jalen, to what degree are you enjoying this run? I mean, Cavalier fans have loved your enthusiasm. It was infectious during that first round. You having fun out there?
Having so much fun. Honestly, like I want to get a win on the road. That's the next challenge for us. Obviously, playing at home with our fans backing us, the best fans in the NBA. That's easier for us, right? But when we get uncomfortable being on the road, different circumstances, we got to be able to find ways to win if we want to get to where we want to go.
All right, well, let's make it simple. What's it going to take for 1 or 2 wins here in Detroit?
It's going to take composure. They're going to make runs. We're going to make runs. It's going to take a lot of extra effort. And it's going to take the same energy. I mean, the same energy we had that second half, the last 5 minutes of the second all the way on, we got to have that same energy for this whole series. And if we could do that, we're going to put ourselves in the best situation to win.
Hey, you mentioned Jared Allen at halftime, Game 7. You know, he's a guy who doesn't normally speak up. So when he speaks up, you listen.
Yeah.
How important is he to your guys' success?
I mean, you could kind of see it in Game 7. Like, when he shows up like that, like, there's not a lot of teams that can beat us. We got 4 All-NBA guys, 4, right? We're 4 All-Stars, but I believe Jay is one of the best bigs in the NBA. It's my opinion. And when he plays like that, it just our ceiling just goes up even more and more and more because the sky's the limit for him. We got 2 bigs that are really, really good players. You try to take one out, you got another one that's gonna come right at you. You know what I'm saying? So if Jay could play like that the rest of the playoffs, we're gonna have a lot of success around here.
You've got a 7-game series under your belt now. You've seen your roles change from the defensive guy to the guy that does everything out there. What have you learned the most now going through a series in the postseason?
Man, every game is different. Every game's different adjustments. One game I remember one game I had Mamuseli guard me, I had Poto guard me one game. The next game they put Scotty and Shed on me, right? So it's like, it changes. The coverages, everything changes. You gotta be able to adapt on the fly. And I mean, it's win or go home. So everybody has the same mindset. Nobody wants to go home. You know, everybody wants to advance. So we have that same mentality. We'll be all right.
Jalen, thanks for taking the time. We are super thrilled about your success. Let's keep it rolling here in round number 2.
Thank you so much.
All right, our thanks to Jalen Tyson. More right after this on the Rock Entertainment Sports Network. The road to 16 is fueled by True North Convenience Stores. True North Convenience Stores and new Phoenix Energy are the perfect matchup. Right now, grab 2 Phoenix Energy drinks for just $5. True North Stores and True Rewards. Fast, friendly, clean. And by Toyota, your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers. Toyota, Let's go places. All right, we're back here to wrap things up on the road to 16. Here is our road to the finals feature driven by Toyota. The second round got underway last night. Boy, the Knicks just kept right on rolling. They thumped the 76ers by 39 to win game one of that series. And then how about the Timberwolves? Anthony Edwards returns from injury. He comes off the bench. They edge the Spurs in San Antonio 104-102 despite a dozen Victor Wembanyama blocks. And the Wolves are up on the road in round two. In terms of tonight, the Cavs and the Pistons tip a little bit after 7 right here inside Little Caesars Arena. And then the Lakers and the Thunder, they get going a little after 8:30. All right, the next stop, fueled by True North Convenience Stores, is right here.
Right here, John, in this building. I can't believe we already have game one.
I know.
We're already in the second series.
I know. That's what you get for going 7 games, right? That's how it works.
That is how the cookie crumbles.
The NBA playoffs just keep on rolling. Cavs, Pistons.
So do our shows every night.
This show's going to roll all the way through. By the way, this series goes every other day until one team wins 4. So 2-2, you know how it works. 2-2, 1-1-1 every other day. First 2 here in Detroit. Let's get one here tonight.
This one would be huge, John, because it almost feels like the game one after a game 7. This one feels like the one you can get. Let's steal. Hey, let's steal both, but let's steal this one.
This one feels like who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah,
Both of these teams coming off wild series, each in its own different way.
Yeah. These can also be those ugly games, right? Like the fatigue really kicks in after you just went 7.
This might be an ugly series. We'll see.
We'll see. We got a lot to talk about tomorrow.
We're going to have tons to talk about as we roll on. We're with you as long as the Cavs remain alive, which is going to be, what, about 6 more weeks?
Yeah.
Sound about
Long
right?
time.
That's
Don't tell my family. Hopefully they're not watching this
Yeah, that's what we penciled in. Game 1, straight ahead, right here in Detroit.